Hello, and welcome to part 42 of my Conan Exiles Beginner's Guide and Playthrough. Today's episode is all about the Sacred Hunt, a limited time event where you fight various champions around the map for the chance at epic loot. So you may notice that I am dressed a little different. I'm still wearing the champion's armor. I just painted it a gold color. And then for the helmet, I added the primeval crown as a illusion skin onto the champion's helmet. I got that through the Twitch drop, and actually, if you're watching this today on January 1st, the Twitch drop is active until tomorrow, January 2nd. So you can watch a video I have on how to connect your Twitch account and watch that to learn how to get this crown. So the Sacred Hunt begins when you get ambushed at night. So I will wait until that and bring you back. Alright, so here we go. We are getting attacked by one of the werehyenas of the Sacred Hunt. Like I said, these will only start appearing at night after you've hit level 20. They are scaled to your level, and you will get a certain amount of fangs. And depending on the level of the werehyena, you'll get more or less fangs randomly determined. I think like 1 to 5 or so. And you also get a hunter's satchel, so use that. Got some coins, some stuff we don't need, and a flesh map, so we'll read that. Like a whisper of the back of his consciousness rose the vague memory of the name of an ancient god of darkness and primordial fear, to whom once both men and beasts bowed and whose children men whispered, still lurked in the dark corners of the world beyond the Black River. A map clutched lightly by any true hunter of Jhebbal Sag, scrawled into a patch of flesh, hastily scraped and not well preserved. It is still somewhat possible to determine the mark's location. And then if we hit use on it, it's going to show us a rudimentary map. And if you're familiar with the desert in the northern part, you may recognize that over here is the den, and this is near the entrance where the Midnight Grove is. So, and then you can also see in the sky a beam of light, and that is giving us a clue of where we need to go. So I will grab my camel thralls and meet you over there. Alright, so here we are. You can see the beam of light in the sky. We are over here near the den. And if you remember earlier in the series, we bought the camel calf over here. There's a king rhino in this area and these ponds. And then right over here is the guy you talk to enter the Midnight Grove. But if we come up here, this is the Jhebbal Sag Sacred Hunt Camp. Some werehyenas, they will not attack you. There's this guy, you can't talk to any of them. And then you'll see this bloody tongue of Jhebbal Sag, so talk to her. Get the camel out of the way.
Predator or prey, you are welcome in the Sacred Hunt.
What can you tell me of Jhebbal Sag?
Before, Jhebbal Sag reigned over all the earth, over all beasts, including humankind. All predators and prey worshipped him and spoke the same language. Even now, separated by 10,000 tongues, even now, when the corruption of civilization peaks. The god of all beasts walks among us, sometimes as a man, sometimes as an animal, and you will know him by eyes that burn like yellow coals in the dark. The smartest of animals, who remember the beginning of all things, still worship him, as do the men and women who still feel the primal fever, the quickened heart, the blood-soaked drum of the hunt, animal and human. They are descendants of Jhebbal Sag's loins. The flesh remembers, the blood illuminates.
What are you doing here?
The hunt is Jhebbal Sag's most sacred sacrament. We hunt for his glory. In this time of the gathering, we hunt to be his next chosen. Perhaps you have already faced the ferocity of Jhebbal Sag's chosen. Those most devoted to his hunt lope in the darkness after the horizon has devoured the sun. Far from the blasphemy of civilization's walls. Slay these chosen for the trophies that will buy you his favor. Search the lands for his champions 3.
We
The
just learned
Mammoth guarding a
Sanctification.
frozen temple. The Rhino in the shadow of a sea vessel locked in the sands. And the Panther on the shores to the east. Each champion a vicious paragon of its kind. Seek a mark of Jhebbal Sag, set a lure, and draw a champion to you. To properly consecrate the combat, strip yourself of the obscenity of armor, and adorn yourself with the painted sigils of the Beast Lord. From the flesh of these champions, carve and take the brand that marks them as Jhebbal Sags. Combine their holy flesh with the lore upon this altar. Drink the nectar we have prepared, and ready your soul for an audience with the King of Beasts' greatest champion. The flesh remembers, the blood illuminates.
How does one properly worship the Lord of Beasts?
The scripture of Jhebbal Sag already resides in the meat of your mind. The Lord of all beasts etched it into the minds of your ancestors' ancestors. You may awaken this knowledge by partaking of our sacrament. Eat the flesh of remembrance, and knowledge of our religion will blossom in your skull and ribcage. The flesh remembers, the blood illuminates.
Yeah, that is everything she has to say, and the main thing is that you learn the Sanctification while talking to her. Now, if you want to leave the Sacred Hunt so you don't get ambushed at night anymore, you can click I wish to leave the hunt right here, and that will stop you getting ambushed. Now you can turn it back on anytime you want. And I forgot to mention the Sacred Hunt is a limited time event. They just re-enabled it for Age of Heroes Chapter 1, and it's going to end on January 6, 2025, and then it will come back around eventually again, just like the bounty hunting event. Okay, so after you're finished talking to her, what she taught you is the Grand Champion lore. And if we talk to this guy,
Lovely
Master
weather
of the
for a
Hunt,
hunt, eh? Bring me offerings harvested from the hunt to honor the Prince of Beasts, Jhebbal Sag. In return, I will give goods to aid your hunts. Defeat Jhebbal Sag's nocturnal hunters and champions. Collect the trophies that bring his favor.
alright, that's all he has to say. Alright, so this guy sells various things for gnarled fangs. That's what we got when we got ambushed. We'll also get more when we defeat the champions. So what we need is a champion lore. So I'm actually going to buy 5 of these. This is how many we're going to need today. And we also are going to need some Warpaint. So I'm going to buy 5 of those. So you'll need at least 1 Warpaint for yourself, 1 for a follower if you're going to use a follower. These guys are soloable if you're good at combat. So that means you're going to need 6 Gnarled Fangs to start the hunt. You will get more as you kill each champion, allowing you to buy additional champion lures. We will need a potion of the hunt later, but it has a like 2-minute expiration, so don't buy that yet. And then we have the various scrolls we can learn, which are recipes to craft special decorations and armor and weapons. And you also can get a werehyena hunter pet for yourself, follower. Alright, but we have what we need. The Warpaints and the Champions lore. Now, the tongue talked about 3 champions. So a Panther to the east. And what on the coast, there is a lot of coast, but what it's talking about is right over here in Booty Bay. Is where the Panther is. And then it talks about the Rhino near the stone ship. That is the Black Galleon right over here. That's where you summon the Rhino champion. And then finally, the Mammoth champion is over here by the Temple of Frost. But we'll head over to Booty Bay and we'll summon the Panther first. So I'll head over there. Okay, so we are over here at Booty Bay, near N7. And Flotsam and everything. First of all, you're going to want to put down a bedroll. This is as close as we can get to the Panther summoning location, because anything closer in Booty Bay is a no-build zone. Now, you want to put down a bedroll because if you die during the fight, you only have a few minutes to get back, or a couple minutes to get back in the fight before the champion will despawn. And your Warpaint will wear off. And the reason you need Warpaint is that the champions have an insane amount of health, like 1,000,000. And if you use the Warpaints, it will give you a special buff, the Challenger buff. And it just says charisma increased by 3, but what it actually does is give you a tremendous increase in your damage multiplier. If you keep your armor on, you will not get the Challenger buff. So we also need to give it to our thralls. And we're going to buff the thralls too. Salted pork, elixir of might, and cooked pork rinds. Take some salted pork and elixir of might myself. Oh. Need to use the Warpaint on her. There she goes, covered in the Jhebbal Sacred Hunt paint. Need to drop off our armor on the camel. Oh yeah, have it full of explosive jars, which we're going to need later. Okay, you guys are going to have to hold some of your armor. light enough now. Okay, let me tell the boo to stop following. And then put your lure on your hotbar. And then right over here, right at this little corner here, you'll see this little altar. And you can tell there's like a rudimentary panther painted on there. But take your lure and be ready for the fight. And place that down. And here comes the champion. And as you can see, he has over 1 million hit points. And note, Hosab's damage numbers from the mod are not accurate. You're doing a lot more than hundreds. It's really not that difficult. It doesn't hit terribly hard. And my thralls have exotic feats for healing. And there we go, he's down. You'll get some more fangs and a brand of the Panther, so grab that. And that is everything done with the Panther. You can harvest him for various loot like you would get off of world bosses, but nothing we need. Just putting this in our inventory. Okay, and next we're gonna head to the Temple of Frost area to take on the Mammoth boss. So head over there. Oh yeah, and there would be a lot of traveling in this, but I have map rooms and transportory stones all over the map. So I have a map room over here near the upper staging area, so I'm gonna ride up there and then take it over here to my obelisk near the Temple of Frost. So I'll meet you over there. So we're over here near the Temple of Frost. This is as close as we can be and put down a bedroll. So let's do that and then head over this way. You can stop following. And head over here and you'll see another one of these little altars with a mammoth painting on it. So let's put down another lure. Gorgoltha. Earth-Trembler. My thralls would actually fight. Come on, guys. Hey, that woke them up.
Put your weapons away, exile.
He definitely hits harder than the Panther. back, shoot arrows. And my thralls are actually taking some damage. So don't take this guy lightly. Out of arrow. Great, and he's down. Right, so again, you'll get some fangs and a brand of the Mammoth, so grab that. And then you can harvest him if you want some additional items, but I'm not too worried about that. Alright, so I'm going to grab the camel, and then we will head over to the spot to summon the Rhino. Okay, here we are by the Black Galleon on the bottom, underneath it, on the north side, right over here. And you'll see another one of these little altars. And make sure paint's still applied. It does run out after a while. Then we'll use the next lure. Here he comes. Lorz, the breaker of walls.
Your weapons away,
He's not as tough as the Mammoth. Let's keep doing our combos. Like I said, these guys are doable solo. The Mammoth is quite tough, but just gonna take a lot longer. There we go, and the Rhino is down. Alright. So we now have the 3 brands, the brand of the Rhino, Mammoth, and Panther. And if we combine those with another lure at the altar at the Jhebbal Sacred Hunt Camp, we can get the Grand Champion's lure to fight the regular version of the Grand Champion. But we actually want to just skip that part and take on the final super version of the Grand Champion, because that is going to get us the penultimate prize for the Sacred Hunt. So, but to do that, we're going to need to go to a tavern to get the 4th secret champion's location. Next part, you will need a tavern built, or if you're on a server, you can use a friend's tavern. So just come here and look for a NPC dressed in this outfit here. This is Zil the Wanderer. So talk to him. He has quite a bit to say.
One. Give me a wild place. Give me wind, whispering deadly secrets in the branches. Give me a gravid moon, hanging heavy in a hungry sky, setting my teeth on edge and my toes curling in the clay of blood and soil.
Alright, keep talking to him.
That being said, I'm rather enjoying this warm place to rest and recover. I feel a vague ache and weariness. Perhaps it is the climate. I am a stranger in a strange land. No matter. Let us indulge in libation and palaver. You have a hunger about you. A hunger not alone of belly emptiness, but the lust of death dealing. I wonder if you are on the hunt. I wonder if you seek the sacraments of Jhebbal Sag to slay his champions and claim his blessing.
Well, obviously I'm on the hunt. I'm naked and covered in warpaint.
You are no scavenger, no jackal. You aspire to the apex. You desire the Beast Lord's greatest champion. Yes, this current Grand Champion of Jhebbal Sag is not quite right, are they? Too powerful. Some dark magic possesses them, yes? I wonder at the nature of gods. How growing divinity turns them into a multiplicity. How each of their extremities might gain agency, like a worm's cloven head becoming two. I think these pleasant libations have fogged my mind with philosophizing, though not unpleasantly so. No doubt others have offered you advice on how to deal with this corrupted champion. I offer you an alternative. A predator should not only be mighty, but cunning. You could face this possessed champion head-on, or you could cleanse it of the corrupting influence. In a dark, forgotten place, seek out a primeval hyena who walks as a man. One of Jhebbal Sag's first champions. Lure this beast out of its ancient slumber. Use its elder blood to further season your lures. Consuming this mixture will purge the corrupted champion. I have enjoyed our conversation in this cozy watering hole. I wish you success on your hunt. Give me a wild place. Give me wind.
Alright, so yeah, he talks about a cave and a werehyena, which isn't much of a clue, but where he's talking about is there is a cave underneath the fortress at al-Merayah. That is the Stygian fortress that is raidable by you, which we'll actually do next time. But we'll head over there and get going. Okay, so here we are outside of the raid, our fortress that we can raid later. So we put a bedroll down, and let me turn Abu from following. Oh yeah. So we're gonna need a total of 8 explosive jars. So we gotta blow through a gate and a door. Now you can get by with just 3 explosive jars or a battering ram if you have that. because you can actually climb up here and jump over up there, or you can climb up here if it's a little trickier and then jump over there, and you can skip blowing the gate. But you'll be in there without your thrall, fighting a lot of NPCs until your followers teleport in there. But let's see, let's get some of these on my... And we did put a bedroll down, just in case. So yeah, the NPCs around here will keep spawning. There's a snake. And you want your guys to take aggro. And once they have...
Me cunning.
Aggro again. Alright, we are in. So continue in.
Identify yourself.
Followers are not attacking. Need 3 more jars, and you're looking for this door over here. This is really a pain in the ass. This raid is designed for multiple people. Jars down. Now what a pain in the butt this is. Are getting a lot of levels. I'm out of arrows, so now if we can get this wave cleared.
Blood of the serpent. Enemies at the gates. Will grant me your cunning.
You're gonna die. I died. Alright, let's run back over here. So I've finally managed to drag the NPCs into this cave, and that should stop them from spawning. Okay, so we should be okay now. That was a real pain in the butt. So yeah, that raid is dialed in for like 2 or 3 people with their thralls, so it is really rough, but you can do it. If you keep trying, you might die a bunch and have to revive your thralls. Remember, they can go down 3 times. It's not to the 4th time when they will perish. Alright, so let me get us buffed up and get our Warpaint back on, and we'll summon this 4th champion. Alright, we are buffed. We're still in that secret cave under the fortress. And look for this altar. It looks different this time. It's got the Jhebbal Sacred Hunt seal on it. And then so place your logo down. Now this guy doesn't have as much HP, but he can be tricky.
You don't want to cause trouble.
There's a werehyena. He hits pretty hard. Alright. So we got him down. Again, grab some fangs off of him and ancient blood. And then we need to head back to the Jhebbal Sacred Hunt camp. So I will meet you over there. Alright, we're back at the Jhebbal Sacred Hunt camp. And one thing I forgot to mention, when you're talking to Zil the Wanderer in the tavern, make sure to click Learn Lore Corruption from him. That will teach you another recipe we need. So come back to this altar and stick your brand of the Panther, Mammoth, and brand of the Rhino on here, and your final Champion's lore. That will allow us to craft the Grand Champion's lore. So craft that. And we learned the Grand Champion lore recipe when we talked to the Tongue of Jhebbal Sag and learned the Sanctification. And then we can, with this Grand Champion lore, we can go fight the first version of the Grand Champion, but we want to actually fight the uncorrupted or tainted Grand Champion. So we need the Grand Champion lore we just crafted and the ancient blood we got from that final werehyena champion. So craft this, the Malodorous Grand Champion lore. And click on that, and that has a spoiled timer. So we're going to need that to go down to 0, and it will turn into a tainted Grand Champion lore. So if you're on a server, you can just go off and do some other things or stop playing for 24 hours, and when you come back, it will be changed to the tainted lore. Unfortunately, on single player, you would need to actually run your game, like be AFK for 24 hours. Or if you have admin rights on a server or your single player game, go to settings, server settings, harvesting, and you'll see the item spoil rate scale. Increase that to make it decay faster. You can go up to 10 times faster, and that will take it about 2.5 hours to decay. Now it will cause the other things like food, etc. to decay faster too, so make sure you have stuff in fridges and that you change that decay timer back. Or you can just go to the admin panel and type in tainted, and you under building you'll get the tainted Grand Champion lore. Okay, once you've waited the 24 hours, you will get the tainted Grand Champion lore. But before we can use that, we're going to need to talk to the Master of the Hunt
Lovely
again.
weather for a hunt. Bring me offerings harvested from the hunt to honor the
And
Prince of
purchase
Beasts,
a
Jhebbal Sag.
potion of the hunt.
In return, I will give goods to aid your hunts. Defeat Jhebbal Sag's nocturnal.
So this potion does not last very long, so use that. It's gonna take us into what looks like the final boss area of the Midnight Grove dungeon. You have both our thralls. There have been reports of when you come in here, your thralls might take a lot of damage, so check their health before you start. Make sure they have food, etc. And apply the Warpaint if it's worn off, and take the armor off. And then we're going to use the Tainted Champion's Lore. And that will summon the Tainted or the Uncorrupted Grand Champion, who is a werebear. Pretty cool looking. Of course, one of our thralls is not attacking. Now, if you do die in here, you will just respawn at the entrance. And this guy has 2 million HP. One of the cooler boss fights in the game, but he's not terribly difficult with some followers. Alright, we're getting him down. Almost down.
You cannot kill me. You not gain much. I am an idea. The first idea. Kill, kill, kill.
Hello, little one. You've led me a merry dance. Did you dream you were real? Did you suffer an illusion of agency? Did you fancy yourself whole? Oh, little one, it is time to come home. To the loving embrace of my maw, where there are more teeth than stars. Alright, so that was Jhebbal Sag saying we are welcome to join him in Oblivion, I guess. So loot this guy, you'll get a bunch of fangs and the corrupted savage horn. And then you can harvest this guy. You'll get various things, including a tablet of power, which went on my hotbar. And if you use that, you will gain 60 knowledge points for learning new recipes from your knowledge menu. And then we got the corrupted savage horn. Now that is our penultimate reward for the sacred hunt, but it also has a decay timer, so like I said, you can increase the spoil timer to make it take about 2.5 hours, or you can actually just come to your admin panel and just summon, don't summon the corrupted savage horn, spawn in the savage horn. But I'll wait out the time and meet you back at the base. Okay, so once the 24 hours has gone by, or You know, if you increase your spoil timer, you'll get what's called Ghura the Hunter. That is the same as that Savage Horn I showed you can spawn in with the admin panel. So put this on our hotbar, and it will allow us to get a Ghura werebear follower. And we'll put him out here with the Frost Giant as a bouncer for the Sweaty Yeti Tavern. He's got 25, 57 health, an okay amount of armor, 189. He starts with a little strength. My guy has 100% growth chance in strength. That's always going to be pretty high, and a 50% growth chance in vitality. So that is the ultimate reward for the Sacred Hunt. Now you can just build up your stockpile of gnarled fangs, and there are a ton of recipes you can buy from the Master of the Hunt at the Jhebbal Sacred Hunt Camp. If you want everything, it takes a lot of grinding, more than 50 rounds of what we did today. So if you're going to try to do everything before January 6th, you better jump on it. But the event will roll back around, and you can save your gnarled fangs for next time. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. Stay tuned for next time when we will take on the al-Merayah raid. I'm going to adjust the difficulty to make it soloable more easily. So have a good day.